Hello, everyone. I'm Aisha Sky. I'm a relationship counselor, personal development coach, and spiritual teacher. I'm a channel for the angelic realm and for the divine feminine collective. You can find more information about me at elevatingwomen.org and at gatescounseling.com. In this episode, I'll explain the importance of personal life leadership. If you have ever felt guilty when you gave attention to your own happiness, or if you have struggled to place your needs at the center of your life, or if you have never allowed yourself to imagine doing life from a principle of having your own needs met, then personal life leadership is for you. Personal life leadership. It's the name that I gave to the practical application of Elevate Women philosophy. You know our mantra, I have a right to prioritize my own personal happiness. So, women who practice personal life leadership are committed to leading their lives by prioritizing their own happiness. Personal life leadership. Personal life. Personal life here means that we women are shifting our life perspective to prioritizing our personal happiness. Everything begins there. Our thinking, our decision making, our commitment to self. That's a deeply significant reorientation away from the cultural norm. Personal life leadership. Why leadership? It's the difference between being led by society's devaluing of women and flipping the whole thing around. Each woman takes the lead. She leads her own life from the inside outward. Is that possible? Yes. Leadership in our personal lives is about clarity of mind. It's about your sure-footed, self-loving decision making throughout your entire day. Leadership looks like setting appropriate boundaries with people, never doubting your worth, and letting people see you shine your light. You would walk with purpose based on your vision for your life. And if you design life in smooth pursuit of your own happiness, everyone around you will benefit. Personal life leadership. It's a way of leading your life from the inside out, where your joy isn't sidelined. Instead, it's the center from which everything else flows. It would mean that you become the architect of your joy. You organize your daily life around what restores you. You build your calendar around what you love. Your everyday decision making, it comes from a place of deep self-love, peace, and self-acceptance. Can we start there? Yes. Women can rethink their role in the family and in society with a fresh start. A fresh start that is very women-centric. Flip the script. Now you are the center, and family members orient around you in positive ways. Try imagining the family dynamic designed to meet everyone's needs. No one is left out. Everyone is happy. A fundamental shift inside you led others into a healthier way of relating. Yes, it's possible. Now, you know I've talked with lots and lots of women at conferences and at workshops and in counseling sessions. Repeatedly, I've heard the question, why do I feel guilty when I even think about my own happiness? Guilt, shame, emotional withdrawal, and a reluctance to focus on what would make a woman happy are common across the globe. Or, just as common, is the idea that you are being selfish if you think about satisfying your own needs. Who convinced you of these things? These negatives are not your thoughts. They are beliefs imposed on your thinking and your life. Thankfully, negative beliefs can be changed. What girl child is born believing that she is less entitled to peace and safety, to kindness and compassion, to the right to pursue her own dreams and whatever makes her happy? As girls and young women, many of us were raised to suppress our desires, to sacrifice for others, to deny what we want or need in favor of what allegedly keeps the peace, or in other words, keeping yourself small. We were taught to be nice, to be accommodating, to be agreeable. We were taught to make others comfortable. Putting herself last isn't a conscious decision, though. Because of female enculturation, it's not a choice at all. Can we rediscover what it means to be female without response to misogyny, violence against women and children, being manipulated, and just being worn and worn out? Yes, we can. Let's make a start. Who would you be if you had deep answers for yourself about what makes you happy? I'm not talking about a smile-worthy piece of pizza or a lovely jacket that you enjoy wearing. I'm talking about anything that brings you a deep remembrance of who you really are. What is it that makes you more yourself? Is it dance or creative movement? Well, okay. When was the last time you gave yourself that and you felt magical? Is it some kind of art? When did you last pick up a pen and sketch even for a few minutes? When you do creative activities, you feel amazing. Is it regularly hiking up a mountain and watching a sunrise? Maybe it is swimming, and you are so deeply relaxed that you feel renewed. What would make you really joyful? That's more than happy. It's an enlightened state. The answers are within you and are different for each of us. Make sure that those deep loves, what we call core needs, are part of your everyday life. The next question is, what's stopping you from prioritizing your own happiness right now? How would your life be different? Such simple little questions, and yet they are nothing short of revolutionary. Our further human evolution isn't signaled by a war against society or ripping apart of our families or wasting more time blaming men for what they've done. There is a better answer. Each of us meets who she is when we go within and find stillness. I am asking you to get reacquainted. Next on your personal life leadership journey is making a commitment to self. I want to be myself all the time. I want to feel that good, that clear-minded, and feel full of joy as my normal. When you hear these words, is your old programming telling you that happiness isn't normal? Do you believe that happiness leads to less productivity? Not true. You have a right to your own personal happiness. As for productivity, joyous women are clear-minded and peacefully sane. They are able to provide excellent leadership for themselves, their families, and their communities. Commitment to self reaps huge benefits for you and others around you. Personal life leadership includes commitment to self and excellent self-care. Real self-care restores your soul and returns you to yourself. It reminds you that you are divine. We women have worked so hard to strategically acquire the right education, the desirable job that came with healthcare and good dental, and an admirable retirement plan. All good. But how much time and effort have you insisted on for the highest care of you? Do you make your needs a priority and thus teach others in your life to also see this as very important? You are very important. Let your children see that. You have more to give to them when you are well cared for. A woman's personal life may not have a grade to be achieved or an award to be won, but it darn sure should have satisfaction, kindness and support, love, energy, and effort being poured toward her, and good conditions for her fulfillment. Women are not to be sacrificed. What becomes possible for your life, your identity, your purpose, if you stop putting yourself last? Imagine more life for yourself just because you did things that renewed and replenished you. No more keeping yourself small. No more staying silent when you are uncomfortable. No more giving away your power to others because you had no voice to say no or to speak up about what you needed. No more giving away too much to allegedly keep the peace. No more sacrificing you and your happiness. What if you enjoyed this shift in perception often enough that you got used to feeling like you again? It would feel so good. The world would literally be different. The world would have a real power shakeup when it has the real you in it. You would definitely release suppression of your talents, and your creativity would soar. You'd be able to breathe deeply and completely. You'd take up lots and lots of room on the planet Earth and in this universe because you'd realize that you are free. What if we could begin anew, listening to our hearts this time? Who am I? What do I need to remain true to who I am? A woman asked me recently what might happen if she answered those questions for herself, and then didn't get her needs met, wouldn't she be worse off, maybe depressed and unable to do much for herself? Her question felt so sad to me. It held so much fear in it and the energy of long years of disappointment. Women have been hurt and disappointed for a very long time. But our present lifetime presents a new, historic, transformative moment for all of humankind. Here we all stand, looking at unique opportunities to build something new and wonderful. Wherever you are on your journey of self-discovery and deepening your self-love, you can practice personal life leadership right away. Now, here's my first idea. Begin with stillness as your sacred, profound, personal space. Be still. Make a tiny, doable plan to grab whatever still space you can, whenever you can, and as often as you can. Be still with no thoughts of what your next tasks are or any focus on the past. With practice, you can become good at staying in the moment. Bring yourself fully present at will. If you do nothing else, this one deep practice will walk you toward peace. You deserve peace. Even a few minutes will do you good. Here's my second idea. When you can, focus on the breath. Realign with a greater power by intentional focus on the breath. Your own slowed down breathing is a great regulator of your nervous system and can even put all body systems back in sync. Breathe deeply for a count of 5. Hold for 2 and release long and slow. With a focus on the breath, you will lose attachment to your everyday persona, if only for a few minutes. You will learn to trust your own intuitive wisdom. Allow the world to disappear for just a little while. See what else you discover over time. Spending time with the self will begin to feel amazingly good. With these simple yet deep practices in place, you may find that it becomes a bit easier to give yourself breaks during the day. Perhaps you'll pause during decision making and check in with yourself. Maybe you will be building space for true consideration of your needs and your happiness. Okay, so last, I have one more thing to say about the benefits of personal life leadership. When we women lead our lives from our core, instead of reacting to people and circumstances outside of ourselves, something powerful happens. That shift in us exerts real power in the world. Show up as your divine self, and the world will be transformed. I send you blessings. Blessings. Thank you. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope that if any part of this essay touched your deepest heart and mind and spirit, that you will discuss these ideas with others and recommend the episode. And I love hearing from you. So send your thoughts to contact@elevatingwomen.org. Program ideas are always welcome. Find more information that you can use and more ways to stay in touch at elevatingwomen.org. And please give a review on your platform of choice. It helps other listeners to find the Elevate Women podcast.